있을걸?
It's called La Joya. This is the name for all the marsupials. Oh.
Beneran bukan.
Kangaroo pancing apa nih? Birdie farm.
Im Mund gibt es gar nicht dieses Essen.
You guys hear anything as you flew over? Yeah. Pretty quiet, hey. So these guys have to give flight feathers to us. Stuck in my... There we go. The fringing on their flight feathers means that there is absolutely no sound or turbulence when they flap. Joy the potato, he's part of the first family. Ability to catch on the release for the most part. So what Paige here is doing is throwing his food up into the air. He's going to catch that, hopefully, maybe. Paige might catch it. And what he will do is perform what we call a sneaky beaky transfer last week. And you are probably one of the bigger crowds that they have seen since they've come down into to our show. So they are a little bit reluctant of all the people that are sitting at the front here. So getting them to come a bit closer can sometimes be a little bit harder. But that's alright. Now that we've got her a bit closer, we're going to demonstrate that she can move in a anti-clockwise direction around the ship. And then we can also move in a clockwise direction around the ship. Beautifully done, Lucy. Now these two cues, plus a couple of Now, it's a crazy amount of money to spend on a dog, but if you add up the wages of those 3 to 5 people over a few years, that dog pays itself off pretty quickly. Alright, let's see if we can get these sheep moving down to this obstacle. They're like, oh, there's too many people up here today. They're putting themselves through that one. Faster up the hill than down, because they prefer to go up. So let's see if we can move these guys down. Now, the dogs go through extensive training. They start at about, they start at about 12 weeks of age with things like the basics, with things like sit and stay, and the most important one, which is to come back when we call them. Then add in a couple of shifts in a small controlled environment, and we'll start to see if they have that natural herding instinct. Now, just because these two breeds are the most likely to have, so once we see this, and by the time they're about 2 to 3 years of age, they've matured enough to do the job that we're asking of them out here in the paddock. Alright, we're going to see if we can get them closer again. There's always got to be one sheep laying. There we go, Lucy. They made you work hard for that one. We'll get the sheep out the other side. And then